Welcome to my kitchen. If you're new here, my name is Shirley. Thank you for joining me today. And today I've decided to make 4 Crockpot meals, fall Crockpot meals. They can be used for the cold weather, so that kind of like cozy meals that you can snuggle up with when the weather starts cooling off. It's starting to get close to fall now. The weather's kind of cooling down, and these are some meals that you can kind of throw in the crock pot, leave them, let them go directly. You've got a meal. So we're going to get started on them, and the first one we're going to make is called crock pot chicken and noodles. So we're going to get this one going, and it's pretty simple, and there's several variations you can make to this one, so it's pretty versatile. Not really any kind of way to mess it up, but we're gonna kind of do my take on it. So we have 1.5 pounds of chicken breast here. You can also use boneless, skinless thighs, but I'm gonna use chicken breast. So I'm gonna take, and this was 2 large chicken breasts, and I kind of just took them and cut them in half so I could break them down a little bit to make 4 pieces. We're going to go ahead and we're going to season our chicken breast with salt. And we're going to add pepper, if I can find my pepper. Well, here it is. We're going to add pepper to it. Okay. All right. We're going to take our chicken breasts. We're going to put them down in our 6-quart crock pot. And I'm laying the seasoned side down because I'm going to season the other side of them. Just like that. And I'm going to add just a little bit more salt and pepper to the other side. There we go. And salt. I think some of that pepper went right up my nose. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think it did. Okay, and to that we're going to add, excuse me, I told y'all I thought it went up my nose. We're gonna add 1 small onion. In here I have a large onion, and I'm gonna save some of this onion for another recipe, so I'm gonna put about half of that in here. So we're putting half of it in here. I think it's gonna do it again. Yep. Maybe not. Maybe. We're gonna add 1 can of cream of chicken soup. Maybe not. Yeah, 1 can of cream of chicken soup. And you can add, and we're also going to add a can of cream of mushroom, and you can add both cans of cream of chicken, or you can add both cans of cream of mushroom, or you can add 1 can of cream of chicken, 1 cream of celery, any kind of really cream of soup you want. I like mushrooms, so that's why I'm adding 1 cream of mushroom. Or you could add a cream of onion. That would be good in here too. So, but I'm wanting the mushroom. Okay, so we're gonna add that in. And then we're also gonna add in all of our seasonings. And we're gonna add a tablespoon of thyme in here. 2 tablespoons, that was a teaspoon of thyme, sorry. 2 tablespoons of parsley. And a tablespoon of poultry seasoning is gonna go in here. I'm trying to get all that off of this spatula because I want all that seasoning down in there. All right, and next we're gonna add a 32-ounce container of chicken broth in here. That's got my allergies acting up, that black pepper that went up my nose. Use this and rinse all this off of this spatula. We're gonna put all this in our crock pot. All right. And we're gonna cook this on high for 3 hours until our chicken gets tender. And I'm gonna bring y'all in and let y'all see what this. Okay, so far this is what we look like right here. This is our chicken and all of our seasonings and everything right in our crock pot here. We're gonna cook this on high for 3 hours and then I'll bring y'all back and show y'all what to do next. Okay guys, this is our first crock pot meal, our chicken and our noodles. Our chicken is done, so we're just gonna take our fork and kind of pull it apart some in here. Just kind of pulling it apart. Here we go. Just kind of shredding it a little bit, pulling it apart, making it into more bite-sized pieces. All right, and if you want to take it out and do that, you can also do that too. All right, now we're gonna add our pasta to it, and what I'm adding is a pound box of, I'm adding penne noodles. You could use egg noodles, you could use any kind of pasta you wanted to. We're gonna add those in there. We're also gonna add a 15-ounce bag of mixed vegetables, and these are frozen mixed vegetables. We're gonna add them in. I'm gonna give it a stir, and we're gonna put it back over here, and we're gonna cook it for an additional 60 to 90 minutes, or until our pasta is done. And I'll bring y'all back when our pasta is ready. Okay guys, for our next casserole meal, we're gonna do a lazy day lasagna with cheese ravioli. Okay, so right here in my bowl, I have 1 pound of Italian sausage that I've already browned and I've drained. Over here in my pot, I have a quart jar plus a pint jar of my homemade spaghetti sauce, pasta sauce. You use whatever pasta sauce that you want. And you need to have 45 ounces of pasta sauce, whatever pasta sauce of your choice. And what we're going to do is we're going to take 1 cup of our pasta sauce and we're going to put it in the bottom of our crock pot. Just like that. We're going to make sure that it covers the bottom of the crock pot because we don't want anything sticking to the bottom of our crock pot. So we're going to do that. The rest of our pasta sauce, if I don't wear it, we're going to pour over in our bowl with our sausage. Just like that. Okay. we're going to mix that together really well until it's well combined. And into that, we're going to add about 7 ounces of ricotta cheese. And you can leave the ricotta cheese out if you want to, but I like the ricotta cheese, so we're going to add it. And I go ahead and mix it in the sauce. And I might have added a little bit more than half of the container. The container was a 15-ounce container, and I might have added a little bit more than the 7 ounces. But like I said, I love ricotta cheese. So, all right, so we've got that mixed up really good. And back here, I'm going to move it up here so you can see. I have, move this pot, I have 32 ounces of frozen cheese ravioli. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our cheese ravioli and we're going to put down a layer of cheese ravioli on top of our sauce, just like this. And I had to get 2 different packs, so some of them are going to be a little bigger than the other ones. One pack was like a 22-ounce pack or 23-ounce pack, and one was a 10. But you put down like a third of your ravioli on there. And we're gonna call that good because I'm not gonna stress, you know. Okay. And then you layer in some of your sauce without making a mess like I'm doing. You could add mushrooms to this if you wanted mushrooms. That would be good in here. Just cover this really good with sauce. And then we're going to put a layer of cheese. And I want a good layer of cheese in there. And then we're going to do another layer of our ravioli. And you just keep going, you know, layering it up until you've used all the ingredients. And I'm just going to go ahead and make just 2 layers. It says to make 2 to 3 layers, however you want to do it. There's no right or wrong way to really do it. And I'm going to go in with some more of the sauce. And I do want to make sure that I'm going to put some more of the cheese right now. But I do want to end up with, make sure all the raviolis around the top are covered with the sauce. And then I'm going to put in the rest of the sauce, and I want to make sure all the raviolis are down in this sauce. Just like that. And I want to get all this goodness out of this bowl. There's no messing this up, guys. This is just the easiest recipe. It's meant to be easy and worry-free. Let me get a rag to clean that sauce off the side. Get that off of there. And then we're going to go in with a little bit more cheese. Cheese, please. Okay. There we go. And that was a total of 2 cups of cheese in there. And we're going to cook this on low for 3 to 4 hours until everything is good and melted and bubbly. And I will bring y'all back in 3 to 4 hours when everything is cooked and good and bubbly. Okay guys, we're going to start our third crock pot meal, and it is called potato soup. In our crock pot, I have about 3 to 4 cups of cut up potatoes. I didn't cut them really small. I just cut them in, decent sized pieces. Peeled them, washed them, cut them up. They're in my crock pot. To that, I'm going to add 2 8-ounce packages of diced ham. Add that in there. And I'll have all these recipes listed down below so that you can recreate these recipes. We're going to add 2 cups of chicken broth. We are going to add salt and pepper. That was supposed to be 4 cups of chicken broth, not 2. I was supposed to add the other 2. There's the other 2. 4 cups of chicken broth. Salt and pepper, and 1 cup of diced carrots. Rinse them out of my cup. And we're going to add the rest of that large onion that we diced for our other recipe. Let's get that in there, and we're going to give all this a stir. Put that over there. And we're going to cook this, excuse me, my allergies are bothering me from that black pepper. It's got me, guys. That black pepper has really got me. Whew. Yes, we're going to cover this, and we're going to cook this on high for 3 to 4 hours. I'm sorry, excuse me. And when this gets ready, I'll bring y'all right back. Okay guys, our potato soup has been cooking and our potatoes are tender, and what we're going to do is add 2 cups of milk. No, 1.5 cups of milk, but we're going to take 1/4 cup of the milk and add to cornstarch, to a tablespoon of cornstarch, and make a cornstarch slurry, and then we're going to add that in. I did that and I thought the camera was running, but the camera was not running, so I'm sorry. I went ahead and added mine off camera. So now we're going to add the remaining 1/4 cup of milk and 1 more cup of milk. Give this a good stir. Also to this, we're going to add 2 cups of cheese. And in my bag, I have a bunch of different cheese that was shredded up in the refrigerator. So there's mozzarella in there. There's cheddar cheese. There might be some dill cheese in there. There's all different kinds of cheese in there. So we're going to add about what looks like to me to be about 2 cups. If you add a little bit more, I don't think you can have too much cheese. And then I like to add a little bit of cream cheese also. So we're going to add a couple of tablespoons, big tablespoons of cream cheese. We're going to give this a stir, and we're going to put it back over here, and we're going to let this cook on low for 30 more minutes. And I'll bring y'all back in 30 minutes when it's cooked and it's melted all the cheese and it's real good and bubbly. Okay guys, we're going to do our 4th and final meal here, and it is called chicken taco soup. So we're going to get started with it. To our crock pot here, we're going to add 1 large can of chicken. And this is the chunk chicken breast. We're going to add a can of chicken broth, and then I took the can and I filled it full of water. Poured it in there. 1 can of whole kernel corn, and I did not drain that corn. We're adding it in there. This is 1 can of pinto beans and 1 can of black beans. I drained and rinsed both of them. We're going to pour both of those in. We have 1 can of fire roasted diced tomatoes, undrained. That goes in. We have 1 can of green chili enchilada sauce. That goes in. Okay. I have a ½ cup of tamed jalapenos. Those go in, and you can chop those if you want. I'm just not going to chop them because I want to be able to find them. Because I don't really like to eat them. My husband does. I'm not a big fan of them. And then the next thing we're going to put in there is diced tomatoes with lime juice and cilantro, and it's that rotel that has the green chilies in it. We're putting a whole can of that in there, undrained. Okay. 1 packet of taco seasoning, the chicken one, goes in there. That is if I can get it open. Here we go. We're going to put some of this roasted garlic seasoning in there. And these minced dried onions, we're going to put some of these in there. If I can get these open. And that was a couple of tablespoons of those. We're going to give this a good stir. There we go. And we cook this on low for 2 to 3 hours. Look at that. That looks really good. And as soon as I get this done, I'll bring y'all right back. I think I'm going to add some salt to it. It doesn't say to, but I think it might need a little bit of salt. And I'm going to add a a little bit of cilantro to it too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, once I get this cooked, I'll bring y'all right back. Okay guys, all of our crock pot meals are ready, so we're going to give these a taste. But before we do that, I'm going to bring you in and let you take a look at each one of them. So let me move the camera in and let you take a look at them. Okay, right here first guys, we have our potato soup in our green bowl here. Next, we have our chicken and noodles. Doesn't that look wonderful, guys? And then we have our chicken taco soup. And then back here, we have our lasagna. Don't these look amazing, guys? So I'm going to put you back up here, and we're going to give all these wonderful soups a taste. Also made some honey cornbread muffins just to go alongside of our soups. I did that off camera, but I'll put the directions down in the description along with all the other recipes for the casseroles, for the soups and stuff. So that'll be down in the description box. On top of the potato soup, I'm going to put some bacon that I cooked, because I love bacon in my potato soup. So I'm just going to kind of sprinkle some of that on there. And let's see. I think the potato is the one we're going to try first. Get a little bit of that bacon on there. That is wonderful, guys. It's creamy. It's cheesy. It's very rich. That's just the kind of comfort food that I want on a cool fall day. That's really wonderful. That recipe is a keeper. Alright, moving on. We're going to try the chicken and noodles. I thought it would be more like a soup, but it's really not. It's more like just regular chicken and noodles, and it has the soup, the juice thickened up to make like a thick gravy in there. And it's kind of like the filling of a pot pie without having the breading on top. I think I kind of like that idea. So we're going to give this one a taste. Get us a little piece of the chicken, if we can. There we go. That's exactly what it reminds me of. A chicken pot pie, but with noodles, without the crust. It's wonderful. It's creamy. It's really good. That will warm you up on the inside. That would be awesome for a fall, cool fall day. I really like that. And you didn't go through the hassle of making the crust to go over the chicken pot pie. That's wonderful. Okay, now on to the chicken taco soup. I'm hoping this one's not really spicy, but I think it's going to have a little bit of a kick to it. I was right. It's really good, but it does have a little bit of a kick to it. It's kind of like a spin on a chili. That's really it's like having a chili soup, basically, but with chicken. I like it. I really do. It's just a little bit more spice than I want, but it's really good. My husband would really love that. And so would my daughter-in-law. that would be their favorite. Okay, now we're gonna try the lasagna. Lasagna ravioli. All right, let's get some of the ravioli here. That's cheese. We want some of the pasta too. All right, come here. If I can get it on the spoon, guys, we're gonna try it. Oh, wow. That is really good. I think I really like this one. It takes the ravioli in the cans to a whole nother level. This is a keeper here. This is one of my favorites out of the four. I mean, the sauce, of course, it's my homemade sauce, so it's amazing. The ricotta cheese in there really makes it. I think that instead of putting the cheddar cheese, I should have put mozzarella cheese in there. But other than that, no complaints. It's amazing. It is really amazing. But, I mean, it's going to be a perfect meal for fall. Guys, these meals are amazing. They will warm you up inside. They're easy meals. You can put them in the crock pot, turn them on, forget about them. When you come home in the afternoon, you have an amazing meal. I'm not going to try the cornbread muffins because I'm trying to stay as low carb and keto as possible, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to be amazing. In today's show, please try these recipes. They are amazing. Please join me next week to see what I'll be cooking. Love you to all my subscribers. Please like, share, comment on these videos. It really helps me out a lot. It helps the channel. I love you guys. Bye.